remember when Donald Trump said that Hillary Clinton is probably going to be taken care of by the Second Amendment people?
Without saying the words January 6th, point stipulated.
Video of a truck that had Biden, an image of Biden tied up in the back of it.
Let's hop into a CNN panel discussing the latest victim ploy from MAGA Republicans as they're claiming Trump is receiving death threats from, well, a lifelong Republican, but of course it's somehow the left's fault. So take a moment, leave us a like if you can. It helps our video get boosted in the algorithm. We really appreciate it, and we'll get right into the chaos.
After 2 assassination attempts, the congressional shooting, the left lighting Teslas on fires, you have leftists barring Jews from entering campuses. Yeah, I think this is okay to investigate. I think it's fine to investigate. I don't think anything will happen from it because maybe there's no evidence. Maybe you could take him at his word. But this is definitely something that has been used as a threat against President Trump and should be investigated.
Well, just ask Jack Posobiec, who wrote back in 2022, 8646. He also said that Comey should be arrested for this. Matt Gaetz says back in 2024, we've now 86th McCarthy, McDaniel, McConnell.
I mean, leave it to Republicans to try and play the ultimate victim when someone says something to them that they've literally been saying about the left for years. Also, love how Baldy at the beginning, Kingpin here, is clearly like, yeah, it's the crazy left, when first it's a Republican who shot at Trump and now a Republican in James Comey who posted this, something that very clearly just means get him out of office. Bouncers say to 86 someone out of the club, do you think they're saying to murder you? Like if people say 86 the pancake, are they talking about murder a pancake? No, like, right, waitresses, like bouncers, people colloquially say this, but it's Trump victim, whatever they want. It's just pathetic at this point. And I do love that CNN came with the receipts of Republicans who have said it, as this only gets more wild when you, of course, remember the things Trump himself have said.
The whole, Republican hair on fire and Donald Trump, he, needs to be investigated, should go to jail. Do we remember when Donald Trump said that Hillary Clinton is probably going to be taken care of by the Second Amendment people? I mean, what is that, right? And that seemed to be clearly an indication that maybe someone should come and take care of her with their Second Amendment.
And not only that, he posted just last year that video of a truck that had Biden, an image of Biden tied up in the back of it. January 6th, I guess a lot of people memory hole January 6th, but I mean, he did, incite and egg on violence, and then he pardoned these people. So I think pardoning violent, what some call insurrectionists that attacked police officers sends more of a signal than 8647. I used to be a waiter when I used to work at IHOP. When we said 86, that pancake, it didn't mean assassinate the pancake.
It should just clearly kind of show the Republican mentality here that they not only hand wipe, but actively cheer on Trump when his rhetoric is literally telling gun owners to handle Hillary, or when he's posting images of Joe Biden hog-tied in a car on a picture in the back of a truck, or when he's chanting lock her up about Hillary in a crowd full of people. None of that is incendiary. None of that is a problem. But when somebody posts 4 numbers, something that you have to take in this hyper-specific lens of, oh, he's talking in police code that the majority of the population wouldn't even know, when it's, again, also just like slang that like bouncers and waitresses use colloquially. They're like, look how criminal and messed up this is, and Trump is receiving death threats. These people are just foaming at the mouth to, 1, be able to be the victim while also the bullies, but 2, to lock up their political enemies for nothing more than their language as the party of free speech.
Donald Trump and some of the people in his cabinet, as you just showed, are people who do this, who talk about political violence, who have started this whole thing about political violence being okay in this country. And so
if you don't think the left does that, you live under a rule.
Without saying the word January 6th,
hold on one second. I'll let you in just a second, Joe. Let me just let her finish, and then you can get
connect people who have been in office with that. Connect people who have run for office on the left.
Joe,
you can.
I was going to say, without saying the words January 6th, point stipulated, Tell me one time that there was rhetoric leading to a violent incident where a Democratic politician was physically nearly assassinated.
Okay, I can easily. What about David DePape, the MAGA conspiracy theorist who brutally beat Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer, where he was hoping to get Nancy Pelosi, who literally testified in court that the attack was fueled by right-wing conspiracies and rhetoric that Trump himself was echoing? What about Cesar Sayoc, the Trump superfan who mailed the pipe bombs to Obama, Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, George Soros, Joe Biden, and others because he believed Trump's rhetoric about the deep state controlling the government and turning us all towards communism and the other nonsense Trump consistently spews. Also, I do love that he's like, you have to exclude the largest physical attack on our democracy that we've ever seen that was directly fueled by the Trump speech where he told them to fight like hell to save their country and lied to them about voter fraud to try to get them to pressure Mike Pence to accept his fraudulent electors. Like, don't count that one. Okay, go. Like, I just want to end by stressing here that the importance of the point that the lady made at the end. Nobody cares what crazy people say on Twitter, whether it's racist, neo-Nazi MAGA members or some blue-haired liberal, right? The difference is what is being echoed by the people in power. And in the parties, you have Republican leaderships in Trump's cabinet, elected Republicans, Trump himself, using violent rhetoric, echoing violent rhetoric, using echoing conspiracies that lead to violent attacks. They call for violence and then mock or cheer when it happens. Meanwhile, the entirety of the Democratic Party and their leadership, elected Republicans, members who are appointed, they will condemn political violence time and time again without hesitancy, yet they're the only ones that are put on this like magnifying glass of having to, oh, do you deny the political violence and will you condemn it, when it's like MAGA that hand wipes it for every single thing that they incite.